Yes, people. Welcome to the Unspoken Gens podcast. For your mum, for your dad, for your sister, for your brother, for your cousin, for your auntie. We do not discriminate. My name is Kio Apaloo, and to my left, I've got my co-host.
Yeah, what's happening? Myself, Drizz.
And today, we got another special guest on my other left.
Hey
As
guys.
you can see, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yes, so I go by the name of Nia Raye. I am a DJ and a presenter.
Excellent.
Sick.
Thank you for coming today, Nia. So how was your journey anyway, just coming down today?
Thanks for having me. So yeah, it wasn't too far. Obviously, I don't want to be out my location, but I told you guys where I live. So I'm from East London. Yeah, it was not far. It was quite easy to get here. And yeah, well, thank you for inviting me. Like,
No worries.
Welcome,
Pleasure having you. So yeah, as you can hear, guys, she just stated that she's a DJ. So we want to get kind of a perspective of a female's view on the career of DJing and what it's like with DJing, because I know DJing is quite a male-orientated field to go into. So I know, being a female yourself, you might have had some trials and tribulations, some issues, or even some pros, which we don't know. And this is why I want to get you on today, to kind of drop your gems on what it's like to be a female DJ. So straight going into it, how long have you been DJing for, Nia?
So I've been DJing, so as a hobby, I've been doing it as a hobby for like maybe 3 years. So just before lockdown, I got my decks. I got my decks December 2019.
Sick, yeah.
And the reason why I got my decks was because I was a part of a beauty pageant called Miss Congo UK. And in a beauty pageant, you have to have a talent. And my talent, I wanted to be different. So a lot of people doing like dances, spoken word. And I thought, you know what, let me DJ, because I've always wanted to get into it. So I had literally a few weeks to learn. I put myself under pressure.
Oh, you learned for that?
Yeah, I learned for that. But I learned for that. But originally, I wanted to learn anyway, so I can just like have that skill and just, you know. So my friend, his name is DJ Fizz, big up DJ Fizz. He taught me how to DJ within a few weeks. So then my first ever time performing was actually at the beauty pageant in front of like 500 people. Thinking back at it, it wasn't the best performance. Like, I'm much better now. But then after that, it was lockdown, and I just started like playing around at home once in a while. And my thing was to just make it a hobby, like just do it at home. And then last year in June, I had my first ever booking, and I released my first ever mix the month before in May. And then from June, like, the bookings were just rolling through. Summertime was so busy. I was so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah. That's my story.
That's kind of sick, because you've self-taught yourself as well, and it's like God's kind of blessed you, because like you said, the bookings are coming in fast and proper, which is excellent as well. And I think during lockdown, a lot of people did learn that skill and other skills, but DJing was a great one. A lot of people learned during lockdown. And I heard when you speaking, it was a Miss Congo or pageant.
Miss Congo UK.
So are you Congolese?
Yeah, I'm Congolese.
Wow.
I'm a Congo babe.
So you have any siblings or anything like that?
Yeah, I have 5 siblings. I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, and I'm the oldest.
So the weight's on your shoulders. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, going back to the DJ thing as well. So you started 3 years ago. Did you like start on Record Box, Serato? What kind of program did you start on?
I started on Serato, and I'm still on Serato. That's like, I love Serato. When other people mention like Record Box and try different things, I'm so used to Serato, so I just stick to that. And I use my laptop. I don't use
USB.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
Have you thought of maybe wanting to transition to USBs, or you not go there yet?
I've heard that it's good to like, know both, just in case. But I don't know. I'm just, when I'm used to something, I'm familiar with something, I like to stick to it. But maybe in the future I would.
Yeah, one thing I must say as well, both being DJs. One thing I must say with the laptop stuff, as we've also come across, is like when your laptop gets full up and your memories are done. Obviously, people have memories and stuff like that, and you can get hard drives and things like that. But when your memory's full up, and you've got a big gig, and it's like a 6-hour graveyard shift, if your laptop breaks down, you need to have an alternative option. Because once it breaks down, it's happened to me, and I want to go into your most embarrassing moments as a DJ, because everyone's had it. But it's happened to me before, where it's like I was playing in a gig, my laptop just stopped. Just packed in. But the music was playing, but the same track, because it just froze. Looping the same track. And I remember the track, it was Fish Go Deep, Cure and Calls. It was a funky thing. And I was like, you know what, how am I going to get out of this one now? I didn't know what to do. So literally, we was in the bar now, I called the promoter, and I said to the promoter, look, my laptop's packed in. They've already paid me before the gig, so it's like, they can't even say, oh, I got peas back. It's like, you know what, it's cool. We put the music on in the bar, and it was just blessed like that. But I'm just saying, in general, it's good to have a backup, and it's very good for you to maybe start getting into USBs. Only thing about USBs, it'd be hard for you to do any sort of effects or samples unless you do it with the cue point and stuff like that. So that's the harder part, and also you have to kind of let the rhythms run. Like mix, you have to actually mix on USBs. You can't just like slow down the track or press.
It's basically manual mixing, isn't it? Really, like
which is a good thing for you to go into as well. So yeah, in terms of embarrassing moments for DJing, have you had any or anything that you think, oh wow, how did that happen?
Embarrassing moments. I don't think, because I've been doing it, it's gonna be like a year in June. I think obviously things happen. It's not my fault. I think when the music like cuts, I think it's something the host or something to do with someone, and then they're like DJ. Well, I think I wasn't really embarrassed because it's not my fault. I wanted to do it. Obviously, all eyes on you. Everything's stopped. Everyone's dancing, and everyone looks at you. I'm thinking, oh, okay, but I think that's probably.
So how do you deal with the pressure? Because being a DJ as well, it's like everything's on you.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, all the attention's on you. Anything goes wrong, it's you. The host doesn't say something on the mic. It's you. Like you said, they say DJ. So how do you feel about that? And do you get anxious or gain some sort of anxiety before gigs and stuff like that?
I think at the start, like my first ever gig, I was so like nervous because I was like, this is my first gig, and it wasn't big. Like some of my friends came to support, and I was doing like warm up sets, so I was alright. But it is a lot of pressure because everything's on you. But I don't feel like that. I just go there, have fun. I don't feel like I'm working, and I like seeing everyone dancing, and being in control is nice because I get to pick the songs and whatnot. But yeah, it is a lot of pressure because if something goes wrong, then it's on you.
It's all on you.
Yeah, it's all on you. But at the end of the day, you just have to get up from that and just keep moving at the end of the day.
Wow. Yeah. So in terms of what's the best things you've done for DJing so far, like one of your highlights or stuff like that? Because I saw you also do presenting as well, if I'm correct. Yeah. So what's one of your highlights?
One of my highlights maybe this year is getting on having a 2-hour slot on Kiss FM or guest mix. So got to like present and have a guest mix on there. So I've done that in February. So it's on my SoundCloud. Check out Nia Raye.
Plug it. Yeah.
So that one of my highlights that this year is that, but it's just like more exposure and just doing like a lot of because I'm a multi-genre DJ, but my favorite genre is Afrobeats and piano. So getting booked from that's my bag.
Music to my ears.
That's my bag. So that's one of my highlights. And another highlight is in July, so literally a month after my first booking, I got to DJ at Soho House. So I've done that a few times, and I got to DJ at Oxley's after party as well in October. So those are a few of my highlights.
And how did they come aboard? Like the Kiss FM, how did you just reach out to them or? So
in January, Kiss FM must have put like a post saying, if you want to DJ on our radio station, put a comment down. So I put a comment, there was so many comments, and then I got DM'd, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then, and at the time I was kind of like, January wasn't really a good month for me, so I was going through a lot mentally. And when I got that, was like a nice encouragement and a booster. But yeah, I just got DM'd and they told me like what to do and whatnot, and then that's how it came about.
Wow, that's good. That's a very good thing to put on your archive on your CV to have, especially Kiss FM, because it's a renowned international radio station. So in relation to that as well, like the Oxlade after party, how did that one come about as well?
So that one came about, so from July, throughout the summer, I was doing gigs at Soho House like every other Thursday. And then one of the guys said that there was like a private members club they do concerts, like Afrobeat concerts and stuff. And then they're like, oh, they need a DJ because they're going to have a concert in another place down the road. And then they're going to come to like have an after party. So, because I knew the guy that was always booking me, he booked me for that. And then the guys that actually sorted out the concert, they liked me, and then they contacted me. I even got a booking with them on next week, Friday, I think, the Good Friday. So just building connections from bookings, that's one thing that I like, and getting booked again from people that booked me before, which is not really nice.
I guess with the DJing again, once again, it's like when you know you do good work, it's rewarding to see somebody to rebook you because they know you're good at what you do and stuff like that. 100%. And when you were saying that the genres you like playing, even though I know you're multi-genre, you like Afrobeats and amapiano, which is my field, and I love that as well. But being a female DJ, I've seen a lot of stigma and backlash. Not backlash, but especially the amapiano DJs. Like, for example, one is Uncle Waffles. Yeah. Because of how she presents herself, a lot of people have that sort of kind of ideology that it's because of how she looks is where she got. I think Uncle Waffles is a sick DJ. But for yourself, do you feel that for women it's hard? You have to kind of present yourself in a certain way to get out there, meaning your beauty overrides your talent. Do you think that's true?
I feel like pretty privilege is a thing. I'm not going to sit here and lie, it's a thing. But at the end of the day, it's good to be talented alongside that. Pretty privilege helps. I think with either if it's male or female, like you being presentable and looking a good way, it attracts people because people like looking at good things. So I think being able to dress well and look well is great. But I have heard people say that female DJs, some of them are just pretty and that's how they get their booking and stuff. But when I started DJing, I was just like, cause not gonna lie, I'm pretty, but I was just like, I don't want to be, I don't want people to think, oh, she's just getting those bookings because she's pretty. Even if they do think that, I don't care, but I actually want to be able to DJ and do well. So I do take my time to practice and learn my skill and get better and better. But I can't lie, in this world, pretty privilege is a real thing.
A lot of people I do see that say that with the DJ world, which again, because you're a DJ. If you hear talent, you hear talent. Doesn't mean that person can have a black bag on their face. I don't care as long as I hear something's good. And this is why I look at DJs, for example, like Marshmello. Some people don't even show their identity. That's a male DJ, but they don't show their identity because they don't want that kind of stigma on them. And again, someone like EZ. I see EZ, he'll wear the same clothes all the time because he doesn't want people to criticise him on what he's wearing. He's there to do a job. Do you know what I mean? Which I understand quite a lot, which is great, which is a great thing to understand. But how comes you kind of got into the Amapiano field and Afrobeats? Because obviously, I know most people from African descent love Afrobeats anyway, but Amapiano is like taking it to the next kind of step. Even though it works hand in each other, how comes you transitioned into the Amapiano kind of field?
So growing up, I was always listening to Afrobeats and that's like my favorite genre. I love it. And then obviously Amapiano came about and they kind of gel well together. I feel like so most of my bookings, most of my bookings are Afrobeats and Amapiano. And I told myself as a DJ when I was starting off, I was just doing that kind of bookings, but I didn't want to box myself in. For example, if I got like an amazing opportunity to fly across the other side of the world, they want me to do like a warm-up set or like an R&B set, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that because I don't know. You know what I mean? So I thought, let me learn everything, but let me have my genre that I like the most and stuff. But yeah, that's like my favorite genre and I love it. So if I get booked for that and they tell me the genre, I'm like, yeah, cool,
so
I'm there.
Are you a person that will go to events, for example, go and see the top Amapiano DJs to kind of get an idea of the music they play and source out music, or you just kind of go with what you know already?
What do you mean, like events? Or
like, so for example, like a big Amapiano DJ was playing like major league DJs, would you go to the event and stuff like that?
So if there was like, for example, a big Afrobeats or Amapiano DJ, I would go there anyways because I love the genre, and also I just listen as well and learn. So I think being a DJ has changed the way I party as well. That was a good transition. This song mixes well together. I'm gonna use that. So it's like stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I think as well. What you said, being a DJ is different how you party. Do you kind of criticise other DJs when you go to party?
I do. And then
twanging or a bit of like
I do, and then I know that they do when I DJ as well. So I'm just like, okay, no pressure, because at the end of the day, you never know. Unless I know them, they're my friends, because I have quite a lot of DJ friends. Unless I know them, because you never know who could be a DJ. It's not written on their head. It's like, let me try to do the best I can. But the way you party is different, and it's like, sometimes you listen, that's really good. These songs really gel, so I'll be making a mental note, and then that was a bit of a clang there. But
I've noticed that people become very critical with other DJs, which you don't subconsciously you do it. Like if you hear something, like that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get into DJing. What about yourself? Why did you want to get into DJing?
Just love music, innit, man? Obviously, growing up, when I was growing up, like obviously them times it was like grime, but more time it was just instrumental. So I was just loving the beats, innit. That's why. But then obviously, man dived into like other genres too, man. But man, that's how I grew up DJing, man. Of like going to the record shop and picking up records. You get me? Because man, that was my time still. But man.
So Nia, for yourself, it might be a bit different because you've come into the DJing when there was no. Well, you probably didn't use vinyls. You haven't used vinyls and anything like that.
I've heard like the older lots, you have to go to the record shop and
the
mix and
I like that.
do all these. So they used to tell me all the stories that they were like, nowadays it's just easy. Easier than it was back then.
It is easier. It's easier, but not as easy. Do you know what I mean? I guess like if you was to even, so for example, if you went into studio now and you covered the BPMs on both mixers, do you think you still be able to mix? Okay, so that's what vinyls is like.
Pretty well,
Okay.
So it's more of the ear for the music. It's just
mixing by ear, not by looking at a number or like a screen in it. You know what I mean? So
So would you probably try that out, or are you just happy with it?
I think I'll try it out. I feel like when it comes to, for example, Amapiano, I would know like the BPMs for that. But then other genres, you never know, I might be good at it, so I might try it.
Like Amapiano, I know it's usually tempos wise, it's from like 100 to 114.
Yeah.
And you can push further, but are you somebody that will push it a bit more, the BPM, just to maybe mix with a funky, because I know a lot of people, especially UK DJs, they'll push the Amapiano tempo a bit more. I mean,
like
BPM a bit more. 120 to make it Joe a funky tune and get the people moving. Because sometimes Amapiano, don't get me wrong, sick, basses are sick, but because it's so slow to start, pushing it up by BPM can kind of get people there quick. Is that something you would do as well? Or?
Yeah, I would, especially the the Afro beats that are quite high BPM, especially when the party's like jumpy. Because sometimes I have like an MC, he's a DJ as well, and then sometimes he comes and MCs for me, and he would taught me like when it's like jumpy, sometimes to put the BPM a bit up. So I would took that trick and I use it. And it works. It works.
So also with the BPMs, did you always was you always a BPM mixer, or have you ever dived into like key mixing and stuff like that? I know some people do key mix, which I'm not really into, but have you ever looked at stuff like that?
BPM.
Just BPM, okay. And I think BPM is better because you get a feel of the crowd, you get a feel of what you're doing, you can push it up and stuff like that, which is great as well. So in relation to gig wise, or like any prospects you would like to kind of divulge in the future, like kind of international bookings, is that something you would like to do in the future?
Yeah, that's actually on my list, my goals for this year, and I know it's gonna happen. I can just feel it, you just feel something's near. So my goal is to do at least 2 to 3 international bookings. I want to do like party holidays and stuff. That would be lit. So I know that it's coming and it's gonna come, but yeah, that's like one of my goals for this year. I would love to.
Is there any DJs at the moment that you kind of, female DJs that you kind of aspire to, or you kind of look at and say, you know what, I like how this person does their thing, I want to be like them? Or is there any female DJs you can think of?
There's a lot. There's Sandra or Mary. She's amazing. She actually, when I had the Oxlade after party gig, she came up to me. She was like, "You're really good." So, and then I got like I went on Represent Radio to do a guest mix on her show. So that was nice. She's really good.
Big up Sandra.
Yeah, and there's DJ Ems. Do you know DJ Ems?
Heard of her name.
Yeah, she's really good. She's good. Obviously Uncle Waffles. I like Uncle Waffles. She's great. She's amazing. There's a lot. There's also myself, DJ Nia Raye.
Don't forget the main one,
yeah, those are, there's so many, but those are some of my faves.
The female DJ community, are they quite close knit? Are they like very supportive of each other and stuff like that? Or is it, because I know the male one can be quite competitive at times, because again, everyone wants to be a DJ. I know because females is quite new, female DJs come out now. Are they quite supportive with you, and do they help you quite a lot with advice?
Yeah, there is quite a lot of female DJs that are actually really supportive and stuff. The ones that I know, anyways. And I feel like some male DJs are quite supportive as well. Because as I said, I'm a presenter. I was presenting first before DJing, and I interviewed I had a radio show. I interviewed a lot of DJs and told them to come on my show to put a guest mix. So that's how I know them. But yeah, surprisingly, I was a bit scared because I was thinking, they're probably gonna be looking at me like, we're gonna help you, but most of my help I'll get them from the male DJs. They're really helpful and supportive, yeah.
That's excellent. So the presenting, what kind of presenting did you do? Was it more like journalism? Was it more radio presenting, hosting?
So it was radio hosting, and like interviewing like creatives and interviewing artists and stuff. But because I'm focusing on the DJ run, I just put it to the side. But this year I'm rebranding and coming back with that. So
would you transition them together? Do you host your sets?
No, I don't.
You don't host your sets. No. Have you thought of doing that? It's not something you want to do.
I don't think I can multitask like that yet. But I don't know. I feel like I DJ and someone else hosts. I think I like that better. It's true. This goes better. So.
It's kind of, you can vibe off each other's energy.
Yeah, you can vibe off each other's energy. And I've had when I do my first set, my friend, his name is DJ SMV. He's the DJ for the composers.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he was my MC for my first booking. That was nice to have like a friend to support me as well. And he's hosted me like maybe 2 times, so 2-3 times, and I think we work well together, especially because we're friends as well. But I've had like other hosts that have been a bit like, I don't know, some people just don't know how to host, and it's kind of like you're not saying the right thing, you're not going with what the vibe is not vibing right now. Like you're ruining my set. So
just like, you know what song you're gonna drop, and you know what you're the host is saying and not saying.
Yeah, and then I can't really stop. I don't know the person, so I can't really be like, get off the mic. I just have to continue. But most of the hosts have been good and just vibe off each other and stuff. So yeah.
So do you prefer a different host, or would you like to have, just say some people come as a package, like you've got Super D and Pioneer, or you've got Super D and Concepts. So they come as together as a package, them two and a host. Would you prefer to have like you and a host that always comes with you, or are you just happy to have different hosts as you go along?
I would, maybe in the future, I would hope if I find that person that can like come with me to like most of my bookings, I would like that. But yeah, but I don't mind different hosts, but it depends. Like, most of the times they're fine, but if I could find someone that would always come around with me and host, that'd be good.
Yeah. When you first started as well, because I know a lot of DJs when they first start, it's like you have to be prepared to do things for free. Was you somebody that done free things at the beginning, or you said, no, I know my worth, I'm going to get paid for this, even if you knew you wasn't 100% there yet? Did you still take money, or just did you do free things?
So my first booking was free. And it was understandable because I was happy it was free because I thought someone's giving me a chance to, you know, show my talent, and I'm glad that I done it. And then after that, I've been paid. I thought I was going to do like free bookings for a long time because with presenting, I done like free work for a long time before I started getting paid. But with DJing, I thought I was going to do it for a long time, but no, that wasn't the case. I was like, okay, no problem.
So how did you feel? Because obviously when you've learned a skill yourself from your home, and to actually be paid for that, how did that make you feel? Because it's quite surreal sometimes when you've actually self-learned something and then now you're paid for it. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel good because like I was like to myself, I'm actually getting better at what I do, so let me take myself out of my house and make money from this, because I was quite nervous from leaving my bedroom. Like, I was stepping out of my comfort zone. And I was really like nervous, but as soon as I done it, I was like, yeah, this is where I'm meant to be. And getting paid for it was really nice because it didn't feel like I was working. It just felt I was getting paid to like have fun and have fun and other people enjoying themselves as well. So yeah, it was good.
So at the moment, do you do anything else for work, or you just focusing straight on DJing and creative?
So I'm focusing like freelancing and presenting and DJing. So that's the goal, because I decided it's a big step to make, but it's just like, this is what I want to do. So let me fully commit and do this.
No, it's great. It's great to make that transition, because some people will be like, no, I can't do the both. But I think you reap the rewards if you fully commit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the fact you said, look, I'm just going to jump in the deep end. I've done this for 3 years and I'm going to kill it. And again, we've spoken to assistants, the international bookings, and when they come, you will look back up the 3 years ago when you was learning in your house as a DJ, and how much rewarding it is now and stuff like that. And what did your friends think about it? Your friends creatives as well, or did they ask you for like free tickets and that when you got certain events? Free guest list and that. Did they like that? Or?
So some of my friends are creative and some of them are not. But my friends have been really, really supportive. There's some of my friends that come to like every booking. There's one of my friends, her name is Aziza. Shouts out to you if you watch this. She comes, like, she's there all the time. And it's really nice to just see my friends and for them to come. And with when I have bookings, I have like a guest list, so maybe like 3 or 4 people. But yeah, like most of my friends come for free. But if they can't, they pay anyways, and they don't feel no way about it. But yeah, it's nice.
So your top DJs, if you could learn a top DJ, obviously you said Sandra and Mario, but that's more like female DJs that help you. But if you could name like your 3 top DJs that like you say to yourself, you know what, this DJ is just sick and they never have one fault, there's never one thing they do wrong. Who's your 3 top DJs you mentioned, male or female?
Oh, okay, male, female. So we have to go with DJ Quam's Original.
Okay, but I was on his Represent show still. He's sick, yeah.
Amazing. Him, I would say, who else?
Quam's is quite young as well. He's gone into producing now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite young. I think he's like 23 maybe.
Yeah, he's sick, yeah.
So he's good. Wow, I've been put in the spot right now. No pressure. Trying to think. Sandra.
Yep.
Well, she's really good. Like, she's really good. And then one more. Have you heard of Mr. VI? Really good.
No, I thought we heard the name. What does he play?
He plays like everything, but he's really good at like Afrobeats.
Okay.
But he's one of those people you don't really see him around. He's just like he plays.
Just does it. Yeah, he keeps it moving.
He's quite good as well.
Is he old school or new school? Like he's and the middle.
Old school.
Okay, that's probably why. He just plays, gets his money, and keeps it moving. Yeah.
So I think those 3 are my favourite. I've got so many. I could sit all day and list all of them. But yeah, those are top 3.
So the DJing, are you actually going to see that as a business now? Like, do you have business cards? Are you going to start kind of like... Because I know some people, when they do DJing, they become self-employed and they use it as self-employed and they have to pay taxes and all that kind of stuff. Is that the route you want to go down? And just
I want to go down. So I want to do, obviously, full-time presenting and DJing. But I haven't got business cards, but I've got like, the name behind my
laptop.
Like, I think I'm going to get business cards because a lot of people ask me for that because I thought it was like an old-fashioned thing.
Nah, they do.
But yeah, a lot of people ask me for that, and I just usually tell them to follow me on Instagram. They might not have Instagram, so it's like, okay, I don't want booking, and one auntie asked me, where's the business card? I had to write my number on a piece of paper for her and my email and stuff. But yeah, I want to invest in that.
Yeah, because I think that's what the private bookings come across. Like you said, the auntie said to you, you wouldn't necessarily see that auntie in certain clubs, but she would give you a private booking. Could be a wedding or anything like that.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, at the back of the laptop, it works. Yeah. But remember, at the time these people approach you, they're either really drunk, it's really loud, or they just don't know what they're doing with themselves. Yeah, so the business card just wait for them to then go home, so you know, I'm going to contact you, which is great as well. And in relation to bookings, do you take weddings? Would you take things like that?
I haven't done a wedding yet, but I would take a wedding, but that's someone's wedding day. That's very important. You have to be like literally on point because you can't play with weddings. That's someone that they're gonna look back at that and, you know, remember. So a wedding's definitely, but when the time is right.
Because I know some DJs stay away from
weddings. Are hard, bro.
Very demanding.
I've done a lot, man, and it's just request the fun, innit? You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then a Spotify playlist beforehand, where you got to play and stuff like that.
No, I've heard that weddings are quite hard. So when the time is right and I'm ready for it, then because I heard the money is good, but it doesn't really matter about the money because you need to actually do a good job.
And you got to be like a bad boy host as well. Like,
exactly. You got to do both. You got to be both. So I'm thinking of events that Amapiano events. Danky Sounds is one of them I've come up across quite a lot for me at the moment in terms of Amapiano. Is that like an event you like to play out? Have you been to the event?
Yeah, I've been to the, but I haven't been to, you know, the big ones when they have all the
I've seen
everything. I've been to like a small kind of one. They had one last summer in Nightel in Hackney. So I've been to that, but I haven't been to their big ones. But their events are good. They give you like free stuff.
Yeah, I saw it. And they're fairly quite new, Danky Sounds.
Yeah, but they're doing so well. They're doing, I think they've got they're doing a party holiday in like B4 in September. So Danky Sounds would be a nice place for me to DJ. I would actually love to. But yeah, that's one of my list of places to DJ. Yeah, they're good.
So Amapiano, I'm trying to think. Would you go down to South Africa to kind of get more information on the Amapiano scene? Is that something you like to do? Or because I know some people actually go to areas, like especially if you play house, they will go to Ibiza to get more knowledge on house music. Would you actually go down to the root of where it's created to find more information about
definitely. I would love to I would love to play in like Ghana, Nigeria, and different, like my home, like where I'm from, Congo. I would like to go to different places of Africa to actually play Afrobeats because I'm sure they will appreciate it even more down there. So yeah, definitely love to go down there one day to play.
And what does your family think about you taking the route of becoming a DJ?
When I first got my decks, my dad was like, "Oh, this is nice. We need more female DJs." It was nice. With my mum, she was like, my mum wanted me to be a lawyer. Okay. So lawyer and DJ, it's
don't go.
Not really. Not really. But the older I get, the more understanding she's becoming, and she's just like, "Yeah, you're just gonna do what you want to do." So at the start, when I started to do like presenting and stuff, she wasn't happy because I'm meant to be a lawyer right now, but it wasn't for me. I'm a creative person, so yeah.
So when you play music in the house, does your mum say anything?
Side eye. No, when I'm playing music, no one says nothing. But I tell her about it. I don't really talk to my mum about my DJ stuff.
Yeah, because you know she might.
Just like side eye. Yeah. But
Dad, is he open to speak about it?
Yeah, he's open. If I'm telling you, he knows. Like if I go to a booking where I have to bring my decks, he really knows what I'm doing. So I'm going to DJ. He sees me with my case, and then off I go. But yeah, he likes it. I think when I first done when I first done the performance at Miss Congo, he was there, so he saw me play. Well. But yeah, he's supportive. He doesn't mind.
Because I know Congolese parties, they're lit. They ring off. Like I've got a few Congolese friends, and I know the parties are lit. Have you got any other influences in terms of culture or family that kind of push you to go into that kind of field of becoming a DJ?
Yeah, so being Congolese, music is very influential in my life because I've always like Congolese music is lit. Congolese like the dancing, the vibe.
It's like everyone has that dance that you know if they do that dance they're Congolese. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's just
every time people ask me where you from, I say Congo. Can you dance? Obviously, there's more to us than dancing. But like growing up listening to amazing music. So I think being Congolese, I've always loved music and I've always loved everything to do with entertainment. So that kind of pushed me into like being a creative as well.
And the DJ scene, how do you rate the DJ scene at the moment? Because I know some people are a bit skeptical of how it's going, especially after COVID, because it went a bit slow because of the clubs weren't allowing to have parties and stuff like that. But where do you see the DJ scene at the moment? Do you think it's very healthy at the moment? Do you see any kind of like anomalies that you can kind of say, we need this here, we need that here? Is there anything you can see in relation to the DJ scene?
I feel like, because I'm quite new into it, I just feel like the male and female just needs to like come together and cause I feel like, no offense.
Yes.
I feel like some male DJs are threatened by female DJs.
I was gonna say that. I would just say that.
It's kind of like we're all a family. Let's just be together. Like, and I don't like the whole female DJ versus male DJ. We're all doing the same thing at the end of the day. So let's like support each other and
And that's a big topic you've just mentioned there, because I feel a lot of male DJs feel that, and I think it, like you said, it boils down to the beauty thing. Because you see a nice looking girl, don't get me wrong, and she DJs. She's might not be the best DJ. But that's not for you to then say, she's only where she is because she looks nice. Do you know what I mean? She's got learning. She can get experience. It takes time.
They have been, like, for example, the male DJ, they've been where she's been before.
Exactly.
So it's like, show her grace. And if she's making a mistake or she's doing something wrong, just be like, instead of doing that, do this. But I don't know, maybe they didn't have that, so they don't know how to give help and support.
Do you know it as well? Some promoters, like, you look at the big clubs, Novikov, Libertine and stuff like that, they will book certain DJs, especially females, because of how they look. But that's no reason for a male to have a bad stigma or talk bad about that person. That person's got where they've got just because they've worked towards that. Just because she looks like that, you don't know how she spoke to the promoter, you don't know what she done
and
first.
also her influence as well is going to help the promoters.
Exactly. And that's one thing you just said, we need to work together. And I feel there is some male DJs, like you said, they do, and I'm not just sticking on males, because again, I'm not some like feminist or pro man. I'm just saying in terms of DJing, we should all be one, because we're all doing the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's a great thing you said. And do you feel there's a way for that to happen, or do you think it will happen naturally, or do you think like males might have to do this, or females might need to do this, they need to reach out more? Do you think there's any way and how that can actually come together?
I think it will just happen naturally if people want it to happen, to be honest. So, I don't think there's a way of it happening, because I'm sure like on lineups, I'm seeing more female DJs like mixed with the male DJ, which is really good as well. I like, the lineups are getting there, because before, when last summer, I was seeing like all the male DJs and one female DJ in it. Yes, and that was me at one point, and I remember I've done a few bookings like that, but my first one was really like, I wasn't nervous, because the men on the lineup, I knew all of them, so I was like, okay, cool, they're like my big brothers, so I'm good. But I think as soon as we mix it up together and stuff, and it'll be good.
What is especially society at the moment, in the work kind of background and stuff like that, it's very male orientated place. Even if you look in offices and that, top offices in London is very male orientated. But what I like now, females are now showing their worth. They're showing, look, we're as good as you, if even some of them better, as you can quote unquote the Euro England football team. Like, the women won it, but the men flopped. Do you know what I mean? So they can even show they're better than doing certain things as well. But did you experience any backlash from any males when you've come and DJed, or just been a bit funny towards you because you're a female?
Yeah, I have. I remember there was a booking that I'd done in, I think it was July, or I can't remember, but it was during the summer, one of my like first bookings and stuff. And then I don't know, there was this, obviously he DJ'd already, and then it was my turn, and then he jumped on the mic, and he was just like, he was MCing, but then he was literally staring at what I was doing, and I kind of felt a bit uncomfortable, because like, can you just focus on what you're doing? Just staring. So I was thinking, but I kind of had to brush that aside and just thought, like, you know what, I'm here to do your job, let me just do it, and just whatever. And then after, he was asking me, how long have you been DJing for? You're really good. I was like, thanks. But I think it just surprises people, because when I say I'm a DJ, or when I do play, they're like, oh, okay. I didn't say I played, and they're like, okay, you're really good, and I don't think they expect it, and then when they actually hear me play and stuff, they're like, okay, yeah.
No, I think when people say they're DJing, the first thing you want to do is actually hear them play.
Yeah.
Like, even you said you're a DJ, I would love to hear you play, because you play the music that I like as well, and I'm sure you want to hear her play as well, because that's how DJs are. Once somebody says they're DJ, you want to hear them play.
Yeah,
but one thing I never will do is be critical of any sort of DJ, because like you said, we've all been there once before. And then when there's people looking at what you're doing, or even sometimes you go to gigs and you might not be that good at setting up. You know, some people are not good at setting up. They can set up their equipment, but you can't set up for somebody else. You might find it difficult putting that in. And I see so much DJs that do this today, they will not help you. You know, like, they want to help you. So, like, if you know you're going next after that DJ, they will know, you know what, if she flops, I'm walking away. Or he flops, I'm walking away. So it's not on me. And I don't think that's right, because you've all been booked on one event. if that goes wrong in one bit, you're all gonna look stupid.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And I've seen so much DJs just walk away, and some DJs are using laptop. Oh, you don't use USB, and it's very political.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's very quite crazy, but I feel like when I set up and stuff, a lot of people like help me, which is nice. Some people, they just like, oh, need help, and okay, I don't mind if you want to set up for me. I don't mind. It's killing. It's killing time as well. So it's like, but yeah, it is true. Like I've seen, for example, if I go to like a booking and I can see it behind. If not a booking, if I go to a party, I can see like the DJ is a little bit of a thinking, oh, okay. But usually for me it's nice. I think everyone should just help each other because you would like someone to help you if you're going through stuff like. But yeah.
So have you played? I assume you played on CDJs and all that kind of stuff, or you just like, more go with your controller and stuff. Like that?
So during the summer, I was that girl. I was carrying my controller everywhere because it was my comfort zone. That's what I learnt on. But then at one point, I was like, no, I need to actually.
And it's heavy. It's not like.
So I need to. I think one day I had a booking. It was a Nigerian independence booking, and also I know how to use CDJs, but I didn't have I can't remember what it's called. You know in Toronto when you have to have the other
connector or something like that.
Yeah, you have to subscribe to it.
You have to have others one play.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know. I was a newbie. I didn't know that. So I was carrying myself around, happy and then one day I had a booking and the guy was like to me, "Oh, don't you know how to use?" Because I think it was just long for him to connect my decks. He was a DJ as well. Connect my decks to my
controller.
Yeah. I don't have to use this. I was thinking, whoa, taken aback.
Yeah,
after that day, the next day, the next week, I went to get that package, and then from there, I don't want to go through that ever again. I was like,
it's like when he said it to you, it hit a nerve.
I was kind of offended, and I was just like,
don't respect my hustle.
I'm like, what? Because I'm a girl. Like, I wanted to use this, but obviously I didn't have the full
package.
So after that, I went to go download that. I called one of my friends, Mr. VI, he's a DJ. Called him, he taught me through. He's like, download this, you need to have this, and then download the drivers. And then from that day, I only carry my decks if they don't have, if it's like a private booking, if they don't have CDJs and stuff. But and I think I'm glad that happened to me because if it didn't, I would have been so like still comfortable with my decks.
I think so much people have said that when you bring a controller, because I think it's that kind of look like there's a CDJs there. And someone will put a controller on the CDJs. And a lot of DJs like, what are you doing? I used to be like that, but I understand it now. Do you know what I mean? Because I understand not everyone can just use the CDJs like that. They're not easy to use.
Yeah, they're not.
And it's big. So it can be a bit overwhelming at times. So when somebody does that, I don't like, what, you bring your controller? And I think that guy, like I said, it's good he said that to you because you would have been content and stuff like that. But again, there's so many gigs you go to now, especially events and bars and stuff like that, they only have CDJs. So they'll tell you to bring a controller, or they'll have like old CDJ 2000, 3000. So I'm saying it depends which ones they have. But again, I think it's just easier for you to move without your controller.
Yeah.
But then you have to start transitioning to the USB because it's just easier for you to plug in. But then some CDJs don't have USB port, so it's like that's the hard thing as well.
Yeah, I have some friends that are DJs and they have the USBs and they just plug in and play. I'm thinking must be nice because I don't the laptop in and get this and this long, but USBs are something that I'm looking into to go into, but hopefully I don't lose it.
Make sure you get 256 in it. 256 gigabytes.
512. You can get terabytes now, bro.
Don't get anything low because it won't hold, especially on the CDJs. I've experienced that.
Yeah.
Getting some stupid I've gone to gigs where somebody's come with like 10 USBs.
Oh, wow.
10 different USBs.
Bare different colours.
Different colours, just that one breaks down, I've got this one, I've got that one. It's like,
they're back.
It's crazy.
They've been through a lot then. They must have gone through something crazy.
And I'm talking about big DJs. Like, big DJs have come with bare CD USBs and I'm looking at them like...
Yeah, certain come with hard drives and that. Like.
And you're looking at them like, you're a big DJ. Now come on one little USB, so it makes me think, shit, I've got to follow what you're doing. But again, 10's a bit over the top. But I get why they're doing it and stuff like that. But with Record Box, I know Serato's got a few different things in it now, but with Record Box, again, that's usually programmed in the CDJs. Record Box, Serato's not on the CDJs, just plug straight in.
Oh yeah, I've seen it like on some CDJs, they have it Record Box.
Record Box, yeah. So I never really used Serato. Kind of know how to use it, but Record Box is just a bit easier because, like you said, you just plug in USB and it works and stuff like that. But
so just to cut you off. I remember you asked me a question about embarrassing moments.
Go on.
One just came to my head. I had a booking in, I can't remember when it was, but it was the decks at the venue, and then one side wasn't working.
Oh wow!
I wanted to cry. I was like, what am I gonna do? But it was like a lineup, so it was me and like 2 other DJs. So the 2 other DJs, they went before me because they had to go to other bookings. So I was like the last DJ to play, and I was just like, they were doing it. They were playing on one side, and I was thinking, I don't know how to do it. So he taught me quickly how to do it, and I was thinking this is not gonna work. But then I actually done good.
Wow!
I just like because the more I done it, and I was thinking, okay, cool. I just had to put the songs, like just transition the songs to one side. But oh my gosh, never. But
that's happened though as well, especially when you're pushed for time and there's time constraints. Like you got to doctor it there and then. Yeah. Like the queue's not working.
Yeah.
Or the BPM's messed up, so you got to have to literally find it. It's just crazy, and these are things you're gonna experience going along. And sometimes there's no engineer. And sometimes nobody even knows what to do. I've gone to gigs. I don't know how to put in the connect the music to the speaker because they don't know what the speakers are. Not knowing the speaker's not even at the back. They're actually plugged into the wall. So they had to phone this person. They had to find some cover, uncover it, and the speakers there. How are you supposed to know that? And luckily, this is what I always say: go somewhere. Time is very important. Go to a booking at least an hour earlier.
Yeah.
At least an hour earlier. Reason why I say that: if you need to get in the wires, it gives you an hour to still go to the shop and make sure you pack your bag like you're packing your lunch. Make sure you pack your bag properly because if anything goes wrong with your day, it's embarrassing.
My bag is always packed. Even now it's packed. Like I remember, you know the cords that go behind the speakers.
Yeah.
So the black and white ones, I got those as well in my bag. I got everything, and I'll be bringing stuff out. They're like, "Oh, you're really organised." Like,
that's what you need to
I've
be.
got
Like,
everything.
label it and everything like
Yeah.
that.
I've got the backup.
Like today, Nia is proper organised because we've had this coat hanger in the studio for how long?
Oh,
Nobody's ever put their jacket on that coat hanger. Do you know
Where did they put it?
There.
Yeah, because I didn't see. I was thinking, where am I gonna put my jacket? And I looked out. I was like, oh, maybe. Yeah, it's a coat hanger.
I think for big bookings as well, they will watch that, promoters and event teams and that, they'll watch how organised you are and how you work under pressure. Because again, there'll be times where they're under pressure as well. And if you just make everything look smooth, it gives them that cool kind of like relaxation and stuff like that as well. So in terms of controllers, do you update your controller quite regularly, or are you just happy with the one you use?
I want to update it. I have my one was discontinued. It's called a DDJ SB3, the small one.
Okay,
I've got that, so I want to upgrade eventually. But because I use CDJs when I go do bookings. Yeah. I don't really need to right now because when I use my ones, I just use it at home. So, but yeah, eventually I will upgrade. So
do you regularly do mixes? Do you like keep up to date with your mixes? Because I know that's one thing DJs don't really do as much as they did before, like upload mixes onto SoundCloud and Mixcloud. Are you quite regular with that? I need to be more consistent with it, so I'm working on it. I want to do like one every month, or like one every, like, you know, for example, there's special occasions like for example, Women's Month or stuff like that, like Valentine's. So I want to do like mixes according to like celebrations as well. So would it be different genres? Or? Yeah, different genres and stuff. But yeah, I need to be more consistent on that. And another thing is I need to remember to record my mixes when I'm like DJing. Okay, like, I always forget. So if it's lit, I can just post it on SoundCloud, my live sets, but I always forget. I literally always forget. I'm just, let's get straight into it. And I think halfway I'm like, oh, I should have recorded this. Sounded good, but it's gone now. That frightens me sometimes. Obviously, you should do it. I'm just concerned about my laptop breaking down. Do you know what I mean? Then everyone's like, sometimes you might record and think, it's too much things happen at too much time and it just breaks down. But I know what you mean. Definitely record live sets because it's easier way to post on just SoundCloud and Mixcloud. And I'm trying to think what else I could probably say. Your embarrassing moments, we've gone through that already. DJing, is there any any venues you really like to play out? Because I know Ministry Sound is like a renowned one. Is there any venues you really would like to play out? Like, because I know this, because there's some venues the systems are proper sick there. Is there any venue you can say, you know what, I want to play there? I don't think actually, I haven't really seen in any like cool venues like that as of yet. But maybe like there's like brands I would like to play for, like brands like Red Bull, Spotify. Yeah, Red Bull do a lot of some makeup brands. I'm into makeup and stuff. A lot of like big brands. Like, Pretty Little Thing. I want to work as well. Yeah. And like, you know, like the Adidas store and the Nike store. It's a lot of I want to. Used to not use that time.
No, I used to do River Island.
River Island, River
Island as well. If you want to book me, then you know what's by me. So
JD.
Yeah, I've done JD once.
Yeah, I remember them ones. Yeah, so they're big bands as well. And how does that work? How do they just contact you? And
you just got to hit up the marketing assistant in there, innit? And they basically put you through in that, man.
Do you know that? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
like the whole marketing.
You get paid.
I thought they would just find you, so I didn't know you actually had to
Yeah, I know Red Bull usually reach out to you, I think. Red Bull, they usually reach out to the DJs and stuff like that. But yeah, I think, like you said, with Ireland, that you reach out the market. I know JD are very open with kind of booking people now and stuff like that.
Yeah, like everyone's there now, isn't it?
Yeah,
man?
JD, Nighttown. What was there? Even Gymbox do DJs now.
Oh yeah, for real, yeah.
They're just, again, marketing team, hit them up and they'll just get you on there.
Team. Where do you find the marketing team?
Boy, you gotta find someone in there.
HR, speak to the HR via
okay.
Well, you send an email to say I'm interested in the DJ, especially I think with Ireland might be a bit difficult, but JD Sports will be easier because they've got people open.
Yeah, even Nike and Adidas, like, because like I see a lot of new DJs like coming in there, like
Adidas London, yeah.
Okay, lit.
But I like the whole idea of like Pretty Little Thing. I like when people do things like that. Even I like the whole idea of gym and music. I really like what Pretty Little Thing are doing and stuff like that. So that's really good. So just before we finish this one off, Nia, is there anything you would really like to do in the next 3 years? Bear in mind you've been DJing now for 3 years. In the next 3 years, where do you see yourself and what do you really want to be doing in the next 3 years? So it's kind of giving that 3 years what you want to do.
Well, in 3 years' time, I definitely don't want to be living here in the UK.
You don't want
and
to?
If I watch this back and I'm still living here, I must be doing amazing. Yeah. But I want to be living like, I need sun in my life. Sorry, I want to wake up to every single day and seeing sea view and seeing the heat. Because this weather, it's just like, even on the way here, me and my friend were talking. It was raining. Yeah, my friend was like, "Why is this? Where's the sun? Why is it acting out? The sun's being shy. Like it's coming out and it's not." But in 3 years, I want to be an international presenter and DJ, touring around the world, gigs upon gigs, and just I'd be happy and just whatever comes along with it.
So when you're there, don't forget this day.
I won't forget. I want to watch back in this video like you did it.
Yeah, remember you said it today on International DJ. 3 years you're sitting there. So I remember when I saw that. I said that in the studio I'm going to be international DJ. But with God willing that happens, and I just want to see my people win. And hopefully next 3 years we can check for you and you are where you said you are.
You too, you guys as well. Next 3 years, television, everything.
Yeah, hopefully, God's willing, He will get us there.
Yeah.
Everything takes time. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And with timing and just with practice. Do you know what I mean? Nothing comes easy, but no one's overnight success. And affirmations. When you speak to existence, it generally happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Things don't happen for no reason. It happens for a reason. And again, if it doesn't happen, that just wasn't your path. So don't go and follow if that person's international DJ and you think, I'm not there in 3 years. Why am I not there? And start forcing things that's not authentic to you.
Even better than that.
Yeah, because you could do things now that can get you international DJ, but it might not feel right to you.
Yeah.
Because number one, you haven't got the right experience to get there yet. Number two, you feel I had to do certain things that wasn't really right to get me there. Number three, it just wasn't your time.
Exactly.
So that's why I said 3 years. I didn't say next week or a week. I said 3 years. It gives you time to work towards that.
Exactly.
And I would like to see you there.
Yeah.
And when you're there, we'll be at your gig. We'll be skanking it out. And I say, you remember I was there, man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to be doing. But Nia, thank you very much for coming on today. It's a pleasure for having you. And hopefully we'll get to see you again soon. Yeah, and run a little mix with each other. I think we want to hear you play some music, yeah?
Hit up the studio, I'll invite you to my events and stuff.
Yeah.
Come to your events as well.
Yeah, sick.
Come through.
Nice. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.